Difficult conversations. They are unavoidable for any leader. Declining an annual leave request, discussing salary expectations, managing poor performance, telling an employee they didn't get the promotion, giving your superior or a client some feedback, disagreeing with a colleague on the best course of action. You know the sort of conversations I mean. They're the ones that are complex and complicated. They can be emotionally charged, which means they're often uncomfortable for at least one, if not all, parties concerned. And so they are typically the conversations we avoid having. Why? Because they're uncomfortable, because they're complicated. We fear opening a can of worms. We worry that we're going to make a bad situation even worse. We try to avoid causing conflict or upsetting anyone. We don't want to fracture the relationship with one or more of our stakeholders. But avoiding these conversations mean we stifle the flow of open, effective communication. And that's the life source of any relationship. We become closed off. We find ways to distance ourselves from that person. Our conversations become stilted. We stop sharing. We stop collaborating. This causes frustration, uncertainty, and confusion start to set in. Tension and resentment start to build up. Credibility is called into question. Trust begins to erode and eventually dissipates altogether. We end up fracturing the relationship regardless. So, as difficult as these conversations may be, they are absolutely necessary if you want to maintain a positive working relationship with your team and stakeholders. In fact, it's the difficult conversations that often open eyes to new ways of looking at things, making you a better leader in the end. They can foster a shared understanding and promote greater alignment and collaboration, increasing trust and even strengthening the connection between you and your team in the long run. So instead of avoiding difficult conversations, aim to avoid difficult working relationships by embracing the power of all conversations and leaning into them wholeheartedly.